Hey yo guys, welcome to the TNA Impact review. Now, before I start, I just want to say a few things. First of all, cheers to Pearson101 for 50 vids, that's fucking awesome. And to WrestleGuru 1987 for putting me in the top 5 YouTube shooters or whatever. And thanks for him for making a good intro for me that I'm going to work out and put in. So anyway, let's get on with the Impact review. So anyway, Impact started out with the recap of what happened last week, like it's starting to do, and I'm not getting into. Anyway, they did announce that the King of the Mountain qualifying match was going to be James Storm versus Chris Harris, and I thought it'll be a good match, but there's no way it can top Sacrifice's intense match. So they kept to the first match being Robert Roode versus Jerry Lynn. Now, only thing at the start that I did not like is during their entrances, there was clearly some audio dubbing with Jerry Lynn's cheers and Robert Roode's boos, which I fucking hate in wrestling when they just add the cheers, like on the WWE DVD or in the 92 Royal Rumble VHS, I think, you have them like booing when Hogan gets eliminated, when the fans in the Knickerbocker Arena were like, yeah, Hogan, fuck you, motherfucker. Anyway, that match. It was a good match, let's give it that. The pace was fucking fantastic, quick as hell, I love that. I love when matches are damn quick. Crowd was really, I thought, you know, they were pretty damn into it. Like TNA crowd is always into a good match as soon as it's fast paced and stuff. I thought Jerry Lynn delivered a sick DDT to Robert Roode. You know, that's awesome. Lynn is so good, let's just give him that. I hate that he's been used as a jobber recently. Anyway, Roode won after hitting the payoff. So then Eric Young comes down to chase off Roode and Brooks. And then he brought Miss Brooks into the ring, and we thought we would have had a steel chair shot to Miss Brooks, but Cornette comes down and is like, no, that will not happen. I don't want men beating up women here in TNA. So he then announces Gail Kim versus Miss Brooks, yeah. So anyway, I was happy about that, kinda. I mean, at least we get to see a women's match in TNA for a other than Gail Kim versus Jackie Moore. Then we had a good vignette with Sting versus Daniels. I thought that was pretty impressive, which led to the Sting-Daniels segment. Only one problem with this segment. Every time there's a segment with Sting, he's not wearing the face paint. I fucking can't stand that. Sting, you're not gonna be Steve Borden all the time. You're in your Sting gear. Wear the face paint. It makes you look so much better. Not this Steve Borden crap that you pulled in 06. Like, I didn't like when you were the Steve Borden in Destination X. Just don't do that. I kind of thought the segment did drag on to be a little repetitive. It was good, but you know what? It kind of seemed that they were trying to blow off the feud, which they're clearly not going to do. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Then it goes to the Paparazzi Productions segment, video, whatever segment. The, you know, atmosphere from boring to funny because of Black Machismo. Now, Black Machismo had a funny comment about Snake Roberts. Snake Roberts ruined my wedding. Ooh, yeah, dig it. Macho Man Randy Savage. But I do not like Sean J. Dutt's new gimmick. I do not like the fact that just because he's from India, they gave him Gandhi, pretty much. I hate that. When they have to do a racial stereotype, Dutt never needed a gimmick. He just needed a push. All he needed TNA. And then they go to this Frank Wycheck thing, where they kept showing footage of Frank Wycheck at the TNA press conference. Now, first of all, Frank Wycheck was a mediocre player in the NFL. He was a mediocre tight end, let's face it. I mean, he only caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. That's all he did. I mean, granted, that's a hell of a lot of impressiveness for a career, but still not that impressive. And then it shows him and James Storm in their little bicker, and the Storm spitting beer on him, like from radio stations and television networks, that. But my only problem with that segment there, it's giving away the result that James Storm will not make it to King of the Mountain. So it's pretty much a waste of time. Like, we all knew, all the smart fans knew that, but any of the occasional viewers probably could have figured out that James Storm would not beat Chris Harris. God. Then we have an AJ Styles interview, and they make him look retarded, okay? They made him look freaking stupid, again, with this angle coming in, like, right off the start of the interview. I can't stand that. It made him look stupid, like, where's my phone? I gotta call Cage, and then Cage finds him. Anyway, let's go to the next match, Miss Brooks versus Gail Kim. It was better than a WWE Diva match. Let's give it that. It had its great moments. I mean, Miss Brooks is a hell of a good wrestler, And Gail Kim, we all know what she can do in the ring. I kind of was okay. I mean, TNA doesn't really need to worry about a women's division yet, because they got to get their 2 hours before then. I don't even know if they're going to get 2 hours. Anyway, Gail Kim wins with the roll-up, and Roode comes down and instructs Miss Brooks beat down on Gail Kim. Then it shows a TNA, not TNA, Team 3D versus Steiner segment. And that won't happen because Steiner is in intensive care. Thank God for Ghost of a Failure for telling me that. I looked it up as well, but Ghost of a Failure told me that last night on Skype, that he's in intensive care for trachea surgery or something. I don't know. Man. But I don't know what they're going to do with the tag titles now. Hopefully it's the Motor City Machine Guns. But anyway, back to Impact. Then we had the Tomko Cage segment, where it got heated at the start once Tomko found Cage, and then we had Cage just show how awesome he is on the mic, and just how they're making him the, you know, slick out of everything heel, just the great, and like that segment. It was the better, probably the second best segment of the night. I just love Paparazzi Productions. Then we go to the King of the Mountain qualifying match between James Storm and Chris Harris. The match started on the outside, so that got me thinking, this is going to be a damn good match, man. It's just going to be so intense and physical, and it's exactly what it is. I mean, right after, like, the bell, and they start landing a few punches, go into the crowd, and it gets as hardcore as hell. And then we have Harris, okay. Harris then goes and gets on the top rope and delivers his crossbody onto James Storm, taking out the security guards, doing the same sacrifice spot, which I thought was kind of weak, but still, it's a great spot, and it's a damn good big risk for Chris Harris on that. Then we have a great chair shot by James Storm on Chris Harris when Harris's head is through the other table. It's like a concerto, man. And then we have Storm, the stare down after, like, all the intense action. They get in the ring with their trash can lids, and they have a stare down, which was just an intense moment there. And then they start wailing on each other again. Okay, my favorite part of the match, well, anyway, one of my favorite parts in that match is when Storm went to skin the cat and pull himself up over the top rope after getting thrown off, and Harris is just like, fuck you, and just picks up a big garbage can and whips it at him. I just laughed so hard in that segment. That was pretty funny. I mean, just how he just whipped the garbage can at him. But still, it showed how an intense match this was. And then Storm nailed Harris' can lid as Harris went for the spear. That was damn good. But then the move of that match is when Chris Harris is on the table, on the outside, and James Storm goes on top and does a flip off the top rope and connects. First of all, I for sure did not think he was connecting on there. I honestly didn't. I thought he's gonna miss, and then Harris will bring Storm in and get the 3. No, he did not. And then the action continues on the outside, leading to Harris spearing Storm through a wall, leading to a countout, which was crap. But you know what? We all knew Chris Harris was gonna be teaming with Rhino against LAX, and we knew Wycheck Storm, as I already said. And then we have Angle Joe come out. A fight breaks out, which was good. Honestly. Wish it would have gone a little longer, and hopefully they used the table. And then they make Styles look retarded again, but you know what? Not as bad. So anyway, my review of Impact. Impact gets an 8. That match was so fucking awesome. And as Excellence said in his recent video, that King of the Mountain qualifying match had more blood than the whole One Night Stand pay-per-view. Actually, was a damn good match. It may have topped their match from Sacrifice. So it gets an 8, single-handedly, because that match saved it, and some funny segments, some good moments. But anyway, this has been my Impact review, so peace. I will be doing a Q&A real soon. I probably will do one later today. So anyway, peace.